Oh, I forgot this game as like aspect ratio changes. Oh, editing this is gonna be not as much of a pain as the last one, the last video, but still gonna be a pain. Anyways, hi guys. You guys got April Fooled. You guys get unless you did it, unless you predicted that I would make this joke. In which case, I'm genuinely so proud of you. You've made Eddy Studios proud. I hope that was your goal in life, because if it wasn't, you're smart. But yes, there is no intro for this video. Mainly, mainly because my boyf makes the intros and he's on vacation right now, so he doesn't really have time. Do you want? I'm not gonna ask. I'm not gonna bother him. But yeah, this is an April Fool's joke, and we're gonna get into why. I don't intend to ever play a Sonic game in the Eddy Plays reboot ever. I don't think I'll ever do that. I don't think I'll ever play a Sonic game. You know, I'm gonna restart the match. I don't think I'll ever play a Sonic game for this channel ever again. Why? Out of spite for the Sonic franchise and some former friends. Pure spite. And I think spite is a powerful weapon. I don't know if you guys knew that, but it's literally more powerful than machine guns. So I would like to have that power. So I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna use that power that I have full access to. So I'm gonna use the power. And I don't believe any of you guys can stop me, so there's that. So yeah, no Sonic videos ever. This is an April Fool's joke. However, I did start a Sonic content farm. Ironically. Okay, let me explain. So I was watching Yaz's video on his second channel, Yeah Gaming, about how he started a content farm and didn't tell anybody. And it was a very funny video, and that project in and of itself was very funny to hear about. So I was like, I like jokes like that. Like, I'm just a fan of saying, I did this thing ironically. And then, let me give you an example. Like, let's say, you know how, some people say, oh, I did this horrible thing, but I did it ironically, so it's okay. I hate when people do that. However, I am totally fine with and enjoy jokes where that is like the version of that. I don't know if I'm making sense, but like they do it in a way where it's completely inoffensive. For example, like let's say someone were to burn down a forest, ironically. Oh, but they did it in Minecraft, so there's no harm. Well, okay, the Minecraft creatures are probably harmed, but they don't have souls, so it's okay. It's A-okay. So, for example, I did a joke where it was like, I watched Dr. Phil for the memes. Or, I watched Dr. Phil, ironically, you know? It's like, that type of thing. I'm probably not making a whole lot of sense, and I apologize for this. So yeah, I like jokes like that. I think they're funny. So I was thinking, how could I have a joke like that? And then later on that day, I saw that content farm video. So I was like, okay, let's do that. Let's make a joke where I start a content farm, ironically, but it wouldn't be slop. It would just be like I was trying to think of a creative way to do a content farm, and this is what I came up with. Roll the video. Hey guys, I've got a great idea to boost our revenue. Oh yeah? What's that? Let's start a content farm on YouTube. No way. We'd be selling out. Oh, come on. We took a mission from a billionaire looking to get back his cheese. I think we're long past that. Well, how much will the content farm make? Well, depending on the output, it could be a lot. We need numbers. I don't. I'm in. So yeah, the video isn't, harmful at all. It's not even, slop, even. It's, just a joke about content farms. There's not... Which honestly makes it quite interesting. Because then it just isn't a content farm, because I'm only gonna do the one video, and the one video isn't really slop. So by all accounts, it isn't a content farm, which kind of defeats the point of the joke. But it replaces it with a joke that I think is funny. I could be incorrect about that. The joke could be a pile of crap. I don't know how to objectify the quality of jokes. I really don't. So I don't know. I don't know how good of a joke it is. I really don't know. If any of you guys know how to objectify the quality of jokes, feel free to let me know if it is a good joke or not. But if you don't, no pressure. If you don't know how to objectify the quality of jokes, no pressure at all whatsoever. But yeah, I think it's funny, so I did it. And I'm only gonna do the one video, and this won't be like, oh, my new second channel. Like, this isn't my third, my fourth. This is just a channel that I did for a bit for this channel. I hate the fact that I need to explain that, but considering my turbulent history with this channel and second channel, I need to. So yes, I did do that. And that's partially replacement for, and like the Chaotix content farm joke, that's partially done as a way of, like, making up for the fact that I'm not playing a Sonic game. Partially. That's also partially just because that was the thing I thought of. The Chaotix content farm. That sounds like something they would do. Also, maybe partially as a joke about the Chaotix case files, which I heard was very bad. So I'm not going to watch it. So there's that as well. The Chaotix case files is like I think it's like an audio series that came out pretty recently for the Sonic franchise, and it's about the Chaotix. And Infinite comes back from Sonic Forces. Okay. Alright. Anyway. So yeah, there's that story. And I think it's a decent bit, but I don't know, I could be entirely incorrect. But anyway. You might be wondering, okay, I'm not playing Sonic, but I'm playing Mario Kart Tour, of all games. Why is this? Well, if you guys don't know, I used to have a bit of a history with Mario Kart Tour, and let me explain the backstory. A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, 2 years ago, on this very planet, actually, so it was not a galaxy far, far away, I was just scrolling through the App Store on my iPad, because I recently got my dad's iPad. My dad was like, hey, you can just have my iPad, and he got a different one. So I was, like, scrolling through mobile games, which is not really something I took seriously. Or maybe, I may be remembering this part incorrect. I might have had the iPad for a little bit. But I was scrolling the App Store, not really taking it seriously. I was just like, maybe I could goof off and just download mobile games and then uninstall them. Just as a goofy thing, and maybe it could be inspiration for a new video. And I found there was a Mario Kart on the App Store. And I had heard about Mario Kart Tour very briefly before. I didn't hear about how it was perceived, but I did know about it. Kind of. So I was like, okay, let's give this game a shot. And, I want to point out, subjectively fell in love. Objectively, I'm gonna just say this game is like a 5 out of 10. At best. But I fell in love with the game. And I'm not really in love with it anymore, but we'll get to that. Yeah, I really loved the game on a subjective level, so I kept playing it, and I made a couple videos on it. And eventually I uninstalled it, and didn't really make videos on it anymore, or didn't really, like, think about it anymore, because I had Mario Kart 8, I had Mario Kart 7, and eventually I got Mario Kart World, which I love Mario Kart World, by the way. Oh my god, I love Mario Kart World, and 8, and 7, and Super Circuit, which, by the way, fuck any of you that think, well, okay, maybe that's a bit much. Mario Kart Super Circuit is the best game of the original 6. It was the best game up until 7. I said it. Double Dash is its only competition for that title, and Double Dash is not better than Mario Kart Super Circuit. It's, like, at best, equal footing. Anyway, regardless of my facts about Mario Kart Super Circuit, yeah, I don't think this game... This is, like, one of the... I don't want to say it's one of the worst. It's on the lower end of Mario Kart games. But I think it's about equal footing with DS? It's about equal with DS. Like, this game is more consistently mid and just lame with some really good aspects. DS has, like, very good bits and terrible bad bits. So yeah, I haven't really played this, but I re-downloaded it on my iPad, mainly just partly for this joke, but also partly just because I like DK Jr. I like King Babam, and I like, what's this dog? I just got this dog in this game. I don't know his name. Poochie. I like Poochie. Poochie's fun. And until those 3 characters specifically get added to Mario Kart World, or when this game just gets demolished by Nintendo, I will keep playing it. Also, Dr. Mario's fun. The Hammer Bro variants are fun. Captain Toad is fun instead of the Dr. Bob equivalent, as Shafrilla said. But yeah, this game's fun. Oh, okay, that's a bit much. This game, I kind of like this game. Kinda. I don't really love it anymore. I don't love it anymore. But it's fine. It's passable. It's passable. Especially for... I hate saying stuff like this. Like, by this standard, it's pretty good. But, like, this is one of the better corporate mobile games, I would say. It's one of the better ones. Definitely better than most Sonic mobile games. I think we all agree on that. But yeah. Now that topic's over, on to the next topic. Last video fucking sucked. Okay, that's a bit much. I hated making the last video. The recording session was a blast. Editing it was a pain. You know how it took so long for the last video to come out? Yeah, that's because I hated editing it. Because I edited the core of the... Like, okay, here's how I edit my videos. So to give context. I edit the footage and what footage gets cut out, what footage gets kept in before I edit my gacha avatar onto it. So, but the thing is, I did such a poor job of cutting out the fat of the main footage and the main audio. So and I can't really go back and undo that stuff after I've edited the gacha doll. I might make a behind the scenes video at some point, but it's a whole process and it's very complicated. I guess I could have theoretically, but I would have basically had to restart from scratch, like the entire video, or like most of the video, and that would have been very annoying, and I didn't have the patience. And I really hate that, because I want to prioritize making the best videos possible rather than like anything like that. And it wasn't even just because of crunch time, I was just hating the process, and I really don't want to hate the process, but that was kind of what I was dealing with. So yes, I apologize for last video's mediocrity. There were some good bits, but overall it was mid. I apologize for that, and I promise to put my best foot forward moving forward. I could have said that in a much better way, but I'm just not gonna. Why? Because I can't be bothered. Dang it, I did it again. I'm cutting corners. Gosh darn it. Gosh diddly darn. God fuck. Anyway, let's go on to our final topic of this video. So, a little bit ago, about 2-3 weeks ago, I was going to the doctor, to get, like, a med check. And I'm not really gonna go into specifics about that aspect. But, my niece, who I'll nickname for the purposes of this story, was joining us. Was joining me and my mom because my mom had to, like, take her somewhere or something. I don't know, like, she had to pick her up from school, so she was in the car with us the whole time. And I hadn't seen her in such a long time, and I was kind of excited. I was pretty excited to see her again. And so I opened the door to get into the car. And then I get inside the car. Great storytelling right here. Anyway, I do that. And she says hi to me. And I'm like, holy crap, your face has changed. And I guess I'm just not used to faces being different. Because I'm not used to faces being... I actually don't know why. I'm not used to that and I didn't expect it. But it was, like, very surprising to see that her face changed within the past 5 years. Because it's such a big surprise. It's such a massive surprise to assume that your niece that you haven't seen in 5 years has a different face compared to last time you've seen her. That's such a big surprise. That's so uncommon, you know. That's so... Actually, doing that voice actually hurts my stomach, so I'm not going to continue doing that voice. Anyway. So yeah, it was a major surprise to see that her face just morphed and stretched like the Mario 64 face that I continue to put in these videos. So yeah, that was a big surprise. But she was fun. She was fun to have around, and it made the experience of going to the doctors a lot more enjoyable. And I asked her when we visited Taco Bell after the doctors, hey, do you mind if I tell the story publicly on the internet? And she was like, I don't care. And I was like, I've asked a bunch of people that, sometimes strangers, that if they have a funny story that I would like to tell publicly, I can't wait for the day someone asks questions. Genuinely. I cannot wait for the day when I ask someone, hey, when I ask someone, hey, do you want the story to be told publicly on the internet? I can't wait for them to be like, are you trying to expose me? Are you trying to expose me for the crime of... Actually, I can't tell the specifics because it's actually, I sometimes ask people that and just forget the next minute, and so I never tell it publicly. So I actually don't have any examples. Um, but yeah, I don't know what this video was about. Really, it was just making fun of anybody that wanted to see me play Sonic games, and that's not gonna happen. So there's that. Oh, I do have one more story to pad out during this race. My sister, who is the mother of my niece, I saw her later on that day, and she was giving me advice on how to drive, and the key to driving well is confidence. If you worry too much, your driving will be worse, stuff like that. And while she was telling me that advice, which was actually decent advice, I think, I don't know, I've never driven, so I don't really know. But it was, from what I understand, it was solid advice. While she was telling me that and doing it completely seriously, my niece was putting rocks from the ground on her leg, and the whole time my focus was split between her car advice and seeing how long it would be until my sister noticed that her daughter was putting rocks on her leg. It was a very amusing experience, and it was very hard to keep a straight face the whole time. It was so hard, and I don't think I succeeded. I might have, though. I don't know. Anyway, stay on the fitness side of life, gamers. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Yeah.